Liam clutched the steering wheel, anticipation bubbling inside him. Years had passed, yet their promise remained: a reunion in the mountains, a return to simpler times.
Beside him sat Daniel, his childhood best friend, humming along to a tune from their youth.
In the back, Emily and Sophia, their laughter echoing through the car, reminisced about their shared past. Liam smiled, glancing at the road map spread across Daniel's lap. They were nearing their destination, a secluded cabin nestled amidst the towering pines of the Rockies. A place where time stood still, where their friendship had first blossomed. Each mile brought a fresh wave of memories, bittersweet and cherished, of their childhood summers spent in this mountain haven.
As the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across the winding road, Liam felt a surge of excitement.
The familiar scent of pine filled the air, a nostalgic aroma that transported him back to carefree days filled with laughter and adventure. He could almost hear the echoes of their younger selves, their joyous shouts ringing through the trees.
Soon the cabin came into view, a rustic silhouette against the fiery hues of the sunset.
It stood unchanged, a comforting beacon of their shared history. A wave of emotion washed over Liam, a potent mix of joy, nostalgia, and a hint of melancholy. They were home, back to where their story began.
"Can you believe it's been 10 years?" he exclaimed, his eyes twinkling with amusement. "Feels like just yesterday we were kids running wild in these woods."
Emily, her gaze lost in the passing scenery, sighed. 10 years, she echoed, her voice laced with a hint of wistfulness. It feels like a lifetime ago.
Sophia, seated beside her, nodded in agreement, her fingers tracing patterns on the window pane.
Liam, his thoughts mirroring theirs, navigated the car along the winding mountain road. Each twist and turn brought back a flood of memories, their secret swimming hole, the hidden waterfall where they'd shared their dreams, the countless hours spent exploring the woods, their laughter echoing through the trees. The cabin, bathed in the warm glow of the setting sun, seemed to welcome them with open arms. Stepping out of the car, they were greeted by the familiar scent of pine and damp earth.
As Liam retrieved their bags from the trunk, Daniel was already unlocking the front door, his movements imbued with a familiar ease.
Inside the cabin was a time capsule of their shared past. The worn furniture, the faded photographs adorning the walls, even the lingering scent of wood smoke. Everything whispered tales of their childhood. A wave of nostalgia washed over them as they explored each room, their voices hushed with a mixture of awe and remembrance. They gathered in the living room, drawn to the warmth of the stone fireplace.
Liam set about building a fire, the familiar crackle and pop of the kindling a comforting sound.
Soon the flames were dancing merrily, casting flickering shadows on their faces as they settled into the well-worn furniture. As the fire crackled cheerfully in the hearth, casting a warm glow upon their faces, a comfortable silence descended upon the group. Each of them was lost in their thoughts, the years melting away as they were transported back to a simpler time.
Liam, his gaze lost in the dancing flames, recalled their childhood adventures, building forts in the woods, sharing ghost stories around a campfire, their laughter echoing through the trees. He remembered the unbreakable bond they'd shared, a bond forged in shared laughter, secrets whispered in the dark, and adventures that tested their courage and strengthened their friendship.
Daniel, ever the observant one, broke the silence. "You know," he began, leaning back in his chair, "we were quite the adventurous bunch back then."
His words sparked a flurry of memories, each recounting their favorite escapades with a mixture of fondness and amusement. The following morning, invigorated by the crisp mountain air, they embarked on a hike through the familiar trails.
As we ascended the winding path, our conversation flowed effortlessly, punctuated by laughter and shared memories.
The forest welcomed us with open arms, the sun dappling through the canopy, painting intricate patterns on the forest floor.
We fell into step beside each other, our pace comfortable and familiar, as though we'd never been apart.
Liam, his gaze sweeping over the breathtaking vista before us, couldn't help but feel a sense of gratitude.
It was a moment where time seemed to stand still, and the bonds of friendship felt stronger than ever. As they hiked, their conversation delved into deeper territory. They spoke of their hopes and dreams, their fears and disappointments, sharing their life journeys with an openness that surprised even themselves.
I've decided to pursue my lifelong dream of becoming a writer.
Emily, who had always been the quiet one, surprised them all by revealing her recent decision to pursue her lifelong dream of becoming a writer.
I'm so excited about my career as a lawyer. It's been a challenging journey, but so rewarding.
Sophia, ever the ambitious one, spoke with infectious enthusiasm about her burgeoning career as a lawyer.
You know, hearing you guys open up, it's inspiring. I've had my own struggles, but my passion for photography keeps me going. I just want to capture the beauty of the world through my lens.
Liam, inspired by their honesty, found himself opening up about his own struggles and triumphs.
I've been dreaming of opening my own restaurant since I was a kid. It's finally happening.
Daniel, his voice filled with quiet confidence, shared his plans to open his own restaurant, a lifelong dream he'd nurtured since childhood. As the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across the mountainside, they found themselves at their favorite spot, a secluded clearing overlooking a breathtaking panorama of snow-capped peaks and verdant valleys. They settled onto the soft grass, a comfortable silence enveloping them as they watched the sky transform into a canvas of fiery hues.
You know, we've all grown and changed so much over the years.
Liam, his gaze fixed on the ever-changing colors of the sky, couldn't help but think about how much they had all grown and changed over the years. Yet, despite the passage of time and the different paths their lives had taken, they were still the same four friends at heart. The following morning they awoke with a renewed sense of purpose. The years had tested their friendship, but it had emerged stronger than ever. As they packed their bags, a tinge of sadness hung in the air. They knew that their reunion couldn't last forever, that soon they would have to return to their separate lives. But this time, it was different. They had rediscovered the depth of their bond, the shared history that connected them in ways that transcended time and distance. Standing on the porch, their bags packed, they exchanged heartfelt goodbyes. Promises were made to stay in touch, to make their reunion an annual tradition.
Next year, same time?
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
As Liam watched them drive away, a wave of bittersweet emotion washed over him. He knew that life would pull them in different directions, but he also knew that their bond, forged in childhood and strengthened by time, would remain unbreakable. They would forever be connected, their lives intertwined like the branches of the ancient trees that surrounded the cabin, their roots firmly planted in the shared soil of their past.